I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm so sad I never got to meet Robert Pattinson, but good for Suki Waterhouse. She is about as good as me, so I'm happy he found a good one. And then people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know.
Like if he was your ex.
Yeah. I'm really happy for him.
Thanks for your concern.
Welcome back to Thanks for Your Concern. You're here with Ella.
And I'm Berenice.
Hi, Berenice. How is it going? Bound to go wow wow.
It's the season of love.
Happy Valentine's Day.
It's the season of love. I've been feeling good. I don't really like to share relationship statuses in the podcast anymore because people will be embarrassing me. I swear to God. I'm content.
Hey, girl, I feel it. Content. We love it.
I'm content. I'm happy. By the time this podcast episode comes out, I'm no longer happy. Then, there will be some fiery posts. I'm sure you will notice thirst traps. Who knows? 30 days of thirst traps is always in the back of my mind because it's the best social mental booster for me.
Oh.
But yeah. Sure. How are you? Are you feeling the love?
I'm always feeling the love, baby. It's all love over here. Okay.
Yeah.
So, dude, oh my gosh. So I'm going to be real, okay? I kind of had I don't want to say a psychotic. That's such an exaggeration. I had a moment today, a real big moment, because I'm starting to get ready to fucking move. Okay. We're doing pedal to the metal. We're getting ready to move.
Exciting.
I went through my office. I found
Four Loko cans.
No, not Four Loko cans. No, those days are long behind us. I found 7 computer mice, 7 screen protectors, 15 HDMI cords, 20 journals. And I was like, am I crazy? Because I didn't know I had any of this stuff. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, you shouldn't just be buying stuff you already have. I had no idea I had any of this. And I just kind of put it in the same area, but I have not known that I had all this stuff. And then I started going through my journals, okay? And I usually go through my journals, but I'm reading some of this stuff, and it's it's not giving serial killer, but it is giving evil
not
genius.
Well.
It's unwell, bro. And I'm literally I'm happy I'm going through this. If anyone else saw this shit, they would be like, what the fuck was this girl talking about? I have outlined econ textbooks, books I've wanted to write, horror films I've wanted to write, all this shit, bro. And let me tell you, I do new journal. I'm like, okay, new journal. It's a new year, new me. So I have every year I start a journal and it has about 15 pages written in it of all of my aspirations for that year. I'm not even fucking around, bro. I'm looking at 2019's goals. I'm like, wow, these are oddly familiar because these are my 2025 goals, dude. I've had the same goal for 6 years.
Oh my God, I'm dying because
I'm being so real. This is the realest I've ever been, bro. This isn't even there's no humor. I'm not punching this up at all. So I'm sitting here looking at all these computer mice, and I'm like, okay, well, I gotta get rid of these. Cool. But I honestly, I'm gonna be so real. My fucking issue has never been in ideas. Okay, I've had a plethora of good ideas. It is consistency and implementation that I struggle with. I don't know. This was kind of a wake-up call that I really need to buckle the fuck down.
Oh my God, I'm dying because, okay, so I used to live with Ella, right? And the thing is, we're very similar. We're both delusional people. We are creative problem solvers. We have the imagination of a lifetime. Honestly, we could probably make money if we had structure and someone to lead. Okay?
For sure.
But the thing is, we would always be like, we want to do this and we want to do this. We are dreamers. If you think about two loving, dreamy girls, this is
Hey,
But you
babe.
know how many app ideas we have bounced off each
Oh,
other?
God.
How many script ideas? How many book ideas? How many reality TV show ideas? Like, ideas, we got them.
And I'm being so real. Like, when I say I should have been a Nepo baby, I would have fucking thrived. Fucking Apatow who? Like, literally, I would have been the best Nepo baby. Because the only thing I don't have is time and money. And so, yeah. So we're gonna try to finish maybe just one book that I've written
Yeah.
a third of, maybe just one script. Maybe try to get at least 1,000 podcast listeners a week. I'd love to get 1 million. That would be fucking great.
One goal at a time. Okay.
I'm telling y'all though.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly am telling you, this has been a wake up call. Okay, we need to buckle
Okay.
the fuck down.
Oh, we're gonna do it. I believe in us.
Also,
Yeah.
I will say, moving can be such a catalyst for change. You know, like how you're kind of in denial that you might have ADHD, like you're maybe in denial about it or whatever.
Not in denial.
I 100% just kind of came to this realization that, like, okay, I'll tell another funny story that Berenice is literally gonna fucking. So me and Berenice went rock climbing, right? And she knows me, and she said, "Ella, are you sure you want to buy this 10-pack of fucking rock climbing? Like, you sure you don't want to just do the one day today?" And I was like, "No, I'm fucking committed, bro. Like, I'm ready to boulder every fucking week." So I bought a 10-pack. Guess how many I've used out of that 10-pack?
One.
The one on the day that I
Yeah.
bought it, okay? With Berenice. And I'm looking at all my other hobbies that I have tried to pick up, and like it's just kind of like out of sight, out of mind, bro. Like I forgot that I wanted to be a fucking painter, dude, until today. And then I was like, oh right, painting, dude. I totally forgot about painting.
You know, I think moving is gonna be great to center. Yeah, maybe pick one goal this year. Just one goal, one activity only, and let's just focus on that together. Yeah, But the thing is, you know, back when I lived with Ella, we were in it together.
In it together. Now we're just, separately still in it though.
Trying 10 different hobbies at once. No, 100%. I was, even today, I was like, wow, this is the 4th out of 5 things I had to do today. And granted, I have a 9 to 5. Okay, so thing number 2 started after 5. It is 10:30.
Dude.
And I'm still sewing after this. So obviously things haven't changed that much. Maybe just like a little bit older, a little bit wiser, but still just like enthusiastic. You can never be like, we'll never be those girls that don't have hobbies. I'll tell you that. Because whenever I'm on a date and they ask me, what are your hobbies? I'm like, buckle up. What section?
Yeah, you want that alphabetically or by priority?
By age? By era.
Oh my god, you guys. Yeah, dude, I'm like so excited. Are you ready for this episode? Now that I've gotten that off my chest, I feel a lot lighter.
I'm glad that, you know, you're getting it together. You're centering as we speak. Namaste.
Namaste, bitch. You guys, this episode is about instant good vibes, confidence boosters, baby. Just
right.
And we're gonna say, I don't want to say these might be a little low key, okay? You're not gonna be able to Google these ones.
No?
I got creative.
Oh, I love okay. Ella and I don't show each other what we write to each other anymore.
We used to.
We used to. But like now it's like a fun surprise.
Where are we going?
Instant good vibes. I call this your aura. Okay, some people got really poppin' aura. And I think it's because of like some like basic things. I don't think it's like that specific, that crazy. What you got?
So I have a photo of myself.
Yeah.
That whenever I feel, kind of down, kind of like, I look at this photo of me when I was like a baby. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this for her today.
Oh, I love that. That's cute.
Yeah, it's just some days. I'm like, ugh, I can't do it for me. I'm doing it for her. And I kind of like disassociate in a positive way.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, counting your wins for little you, I feel like is always like a confidence booster. Sometimes I like, even in my darkest day, okay, I'll be like, if 8-year-old me could look at me now, even if I'm having a terrible day, even if everything is seems to be going to shit, and she saw my apartment, my clothes, my lifestyle, my friends, my relationship with my parents and people I love, she'd just be like, "We made it." Like puppy
Work.
pussy, you know, exactly. Instant good vibes, confident booster, just like to know that I don't know. Sometimes you have to like look at the bigger picture, and I feel like that makes you look at the bigger picture. Like, okay, yeah, things are not like perfect right this second, but like ultimately, like the things that I have are things that I've worked for, and I'm just happy to be here. Yeah, the optimistic mindset. I will say, as somebody who considers herself, I don't know. I think a lot of people tell me I have good energy. I think that's something I do to kind of like clear the vibes. Another one when I'm being like a little hater. Everyone can be a little hater, okay? Everyone's got the jealousy monster or the little like, why can't it be me? I feel like this is just the abundance mindset, and it's just the belief that we can all win. All right. So, like, let's say someone gets something, and maybe you're feeling insecure about the fact that you're not at the place that you want to be or whatever. Not a big deal because there is enough of everything for everyone to go around. Right. So it's like they won. That's amazing. Let me celebrate them because that is big. That's a big accomplishment. They work hard for something, or maybe they were just there at the right moment. Regardless, it doesn't like take away for like what they have right now. But that doesn't mean that they have taken something from me. That
Oof.
means that there is, endless possibilities for me to also get exactly what I want. And when I do, maybe that person will be just as happy for me.
There's enough to go around. I think that is really good because holding bitterness ain't good for your soul. And being
Yeah.
bitter, that's not very hot girl vibes, okay? I think what you just said about there's enough like abundance to go around, one of my things is you have to have like a hot girl mantra. And it's just like whatever makes you feel good and makes you happy. Mine is this is the youngest I'll be and the hottest, or this is the youngest I will ever be and the hottest I've ever been. Because, girl, I peak on the day that I fucking die. Okay. But
Work.
this is the youngest I'm ever going to be, bitch. I'm only getting older. Might as well hustle, do it.
Yeah. That one will really put a pep in your step. You're one step closer to death every time.
With every tick, tick, tick of the clock,
Tick, tick,
baby.
tick. We're running it out. Along with kind of like abundance mindset and like I don't know detachment. I feel like I'm confident to the point where I really let go of a lot of like notions of like when somebody doesn't like me, I need to know why. I don't. I don't need to know why.
Who
It's kind of
cares?
like not my issue unless somebody communicates, right? Like it's not my problem until it's actually my problem. That's kind of like the mentality I like to have. If somebody doesn't like me for no reason, that's their problem. That sucks, but that has nothing to do with me.
I know I'm a problem because whenever somebody doesn't like me, it's because they want to live in me like us. They want to like live in my
They want a
skin suit.
kiss.
They want to kiss. They're obsessed with me.
I'm like, just speak up. We can maybe work something out. Um, I'm kidding. That's probably why they don't like me.
I know, right? But honestly, you might as make positive assumptions, okay, babes? Make positive assumptions
I
until
do,
you hear
yeah.
otherwise.
I agree. I'm like, no, no, no. They'll just like me once they get to know me. Because if you know that, like, you're coming from a good place and you're literally navigating always from, like, I don't know, kind of like a good energy. If you rub somebody the wrong way or something, like, I think, I don't know, I'm at the point where, like, I'm an adult. I feel like if someone does something I don't like, I should be able to communicate how I feel. If, like, I feel like this person is, like, worth it or going to be around me or whatever. And then I'm just, like, able to let it go. Because obviously I know that, like, I don't take things personally. Like, I don't think people are out to hurt me. And I don't assume that people are out to hurt me. So I'm like, they just probably did something and they don't even know that they probably hurt my feelings. So let me just tell them and then we're going to be good. you know?
Hell yeah.
And for the most part, it works like that. And if it doesn't, then I really have to think like, is that the vibes I want to surround myself with? Like, do I want to be fighting with someone that doesn't really want to get me? No.
I'm a pretty chill gal, okay? So But that doesn't mean I'm gonna be everyone's cup of tea. But
Oh yeah, no.
I just think I can't take it personally because honestly, quite frankly, people aren't gonna like me. Like I'm very opinionated. I call people out. And, I'm also just kind of loud. People sometimes don't like that. That doesn't mean anything I'm doing is wrong. I just kind of be like, I'm not their cup of tea, all good.
Yeah. Sometimes
Boring. They're
yeah,
boring. That's why they don't like me.
they're boring.
They don't like to have a good time. Some people don't like to laugh, okay?
Exactly. Exactly. I like to assume the best out of everything, and I also like my delusional affirmations. I think they kind of bring the vibe up, and I think they ultimately the frequency you radiate it brings in your vibes and your opportunities. So I'm always like, I'm God's favorite. All right.
I've
Like
adopted this one. It's a game changer.
yeah, so of course good things are gonna happen to me. Of course I'm gonna meet the best people. Of course, like all these like good things are coming my way. I know they are. And like I don't know if that has ultimately also made me like work in that space where like I'm just not if you ultimately believe that, you don't think people are out to get you. You don't think like bad things are coming all the time, which has like really helped my anxiety. And ultimately, I think people see me and they're like, well, you were always like very light, like, you don't come into a room carrying a lot of, like, things on you. And I think that's just the best way to live. I can't be worried about everything forever.
I think also it's like people can read energy, and
Mhm.
when you think the world's against you, you come off as like conspiratorial in nature. Like you're looking for the conspiracy that the world is against you. And I just
Yeah.
don't think I mean live your life the way you live, but that seems like a heavy burden is to think that like the world is against you, babes.
No. No.
Better to think you're God's favorite.
Better to yeah, 100%. Pouring a lot of, like, love into yourself is kinda lit, and I feel like this is kind of the key to, like, real confidence. Somebody told me, like, in high school, I didn't feel confident. I feel like I faked it till I made it in high school, but I was like part of this like outdoor organization, right? And I just went back to Seattle and met some people that I hadn't seen in like 10 years. And one of them was like our mentor. And he was like, you always had a silent confidence about you. God knows what the fuck he was talking about because I never felt like that, But in the but in the kind of world that I guess he knew me in, it was because I was outdoors all the time. So I didn't really care about anything other than the fact that I love the outdoors so much that even in like the social setting I was in that maybe I wasn't as comfortable in, I just navigated from a place of genuinely like love and authenticity. And I guess that came off as confidence because I was just there to vibe, not necessarily about other people. I was there to enjoy something I really liked.
Yes, I love authenticity and like pouring love into yourself. I would say like the best gift I could have given myself is self-validation because when you're looking for others to validate you, you can put yourself into some unsafe situations and you can make yourself really unhappy to look for others to say you're the shit. Guess what? You can make that decision for you. Like we have the power within our brains to say that I'm a hot bitch. I am the shit, and I don't need anyone else to tell me. And the world just kind of opens up because people can feel that you're confident.
Yeah, that's true. And sometimes, like, I don't know if other people do this, but I can kind of like turn it on. Like, it's almost like a persona. It's not like I feel top diggity all the time, but sometimes, like, I go outside and it's like a switch. Like, game phase is on. Like, good playlist is on. Like, let me
Hmm.
get into the right vibe where I'm just like, I don't know, like a different version of myself and the way that, like, I want to present myself to the world today. A lot of people do this. I know, like, people do that in, like, acting or, like, modeling where they're, like, themselves, and then the second the camera turns on, they just kinda, like, snap into, like, a role. And this is helpful for when you wanna practice confidence. Like, maybe you don't have to be 100% yourself in that confidence, but you can definitely think of what confidence look like and portray it. And then you're gonna get really good at it, and you're not even gonna think about it.
My best life trick, that's like literally exactly what you're saying, is girl, I get the Gossip Girl playlist. I put on the Gossip Girl playlist and I am in Gossip Girl, okay? And I do this with my favorites, if anyone's asking. Gossip Girl, my go-to makes you feel like a bad bitch. Devil Wears Prada, that's a great one. Sex in the City. If you want to like feel really sad, Grey's Anatomy. If you just want to fully be a sad girl,
Yeah.
music changes your whole vibe and output. So whatever your favorite show is, put that album on and go out into the world and just be that, bro.
I like that. Yeah, channel somebody else if you
Mhm.
need that.
If you need it. Some days we're not always I mean,
Yeah.
this is just me. Like, just some days I don't feel like me, okay? And then I just have to like put myself somewhere else to get through the day. But then the next day I wake up with like a new sense of like, I don't know, you like reflect and you're like, no, that was me that did all that cool shit yesterday. Even though I was pretending to be in Gossip Girl. That was actually Ella Tudor and Ella Tudor's life.
Word. I think another thing that I would mention about just good vibes and good aura and confidence, I don't think people are meant to necessarily win or thrive or radiate amazing energy in places where they're not set up to win and feel like that. What do I mean by that? If you are in a group of friends that low key makes you feel like shit, or you just don't feel like maybe they're putting the effort that you're putting. I don't know. People that are putting you down or not celebrating your wins. It's very hard for you to feel amazing when you're not in a place where people are rooting. Also, with that is like the energy that you give is the energy you should want to get, right? So be a cheerleader, but also expect other people to be like their back. And if they aren't, if you feel like you're starting to win and people are not necessarily being like, oh my God, like you're winning, yes, you should reconsider the space that you are in life. Because I feel like, I don't know, we talk about like misery loves company. And I think that sometimes there are groups of people that you have things in common with when you have a bad situation. And sitting in your discomfort, like in the badness is what holds you together. And then when you start to win and people are not necessarily like happy for you, there's like, why aren't they happy for me if we are all, like they're just not ready to see other people. They're just still loving the mystery and the company.
The best thing you can do like in life is figure out whether something is a genuine you problem or somebody else or like a person enough somebody else, because sometimes it's like you walk into a room and you don't feel good about your outfit because you feel like you're overdressed, da, 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 da. Either A, own it and just be the most overdressed person in the room, or maybe you're in the wrong room and there's nothing wrong with your outfit. Sometimes it's not you. Maybe it's not that you have to change. It just means that you might need to change your environment or the people that you're around.
Believe me, I always come to any room dressed as a Crayola crayon, like loud. And I know that actually, I don't know anymore. I like full on delusions over here, okay? But like, obviously, people always point it out, but never in a bad way. Like, my friends always hype me up, even though we don't dress similar at all. And maybe I am dressed completely out of the norm there, but they're always like with it, like, because they know like that's something I appreciate about me.
Hell yeah. Something that I think about is that like sometimes you have to have like a Rolodex of bad bitch moments when you're not feeling great about yourself. I know I'm a bad bitch because of X, Y, and Z, and just like moments that you can return to when you're not feeling great. Having a go-to outfit that you fucking love is so good. Just like a fucking signature look where you're like, ooh, I know it when I know I
I'm a
feel
sexy
myself when
bitch.
I know I'm a sexy bitch in this outfit. I know it.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Yeah.
you might wear that dress 100 times. Love it. Keep wearing it, girl.
30 days of thirst traps. It all goes back to 30 days of thirst traps. No, but for real. One of them things about like confidence is just like getting used to something, to be completely honest with you, and like building a habit out or something, because then you kind of forget about it and you condition yourself to just act like that. So if you're ever feeling down, pick yourself back up and throw in a cute outfit, take a little picture. Day one of 30 days for thirst traps. By day 30, that's gonna be clockwork. You're gonna be like, I'm a sexy bitch every day. All right.
Yes, 30 Days of Thirst Traps. And I think that's an example of something I was thinking of is like, go practice free will in the craziest way. Like, sometimes you have to remind yourself that you're freaking alive, okay? And so I was gonna say go jump off a building. That's not what I meant. I meant go jump off an airplane, like go skydiving.
No.
Go skydiving. I don't know why. I meant like go skydiving. Literally, I remember in college, these girls went on a road trip to In and Out and back, and everyone was like, why would they do that? Like, they just have to go there and then turn around. Girl, why not? Like, that's their free will. Like, why not go do that? Why not go drive 4 hours to Sonic and back just because you have the ability to do it? Go see art, go fucking do something crazy, like go put on an outfit that scares you and then go out in it. Like, we have a lot of free will that we don't exercise. Don't put yourself in a box, babes. You can do so much with your life.
And also, if you like, I think for me, one that I have grown in is like taking pictures. Doesn't seem that crazy, but the concept. Oh my god, your dog's like wants smooches. Is the
Yeah,
season of
she's a
love.
sweetie.
She knows. Hi, Cardi girl. If you have issues taking photos in the outside, because the outside world can be scary, can be spooky. This is like the best exposure therapy ever. Is to like go post outside in front of people. To be honest, and now I'm
Oh
at the
yeah.
point where like I know people are watching and I don't care because like I am focused on getting my shot. Okay.
She's a model. She's a creative director. She's everything.
All of the above. Those are a lot of hats at once.
Yeah.
So the least of my concern is Sally from down the street looking at me weird, probably just wishing she had the same courage to pop her pussy in front of Times Square with 30 people watching you try to take a photo. Okay?
Exposure therapy, babes.
Yeah.
The 100 rejection challenge. You just don't get as many rejections as you think.
Honestly, yeah. Like, I'd be shooting my shot at anything.
Sometimes you just go into a club, you shoot your shot, and it makes you feel alive because even if you get rejected, you're like, wow, well, that was not that big of a deal. And then sometimes you shoot your shot and you win, and you're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
that just happened. Good for me.
Yeah. And then the validation that you just gave yourself is kind of crazy. Low-key.
Yeah, and it's good to be brave and to show yourself that you can be brave.
I agree. And I don't know, like having courage about like silly things sometimes is just the best way to amount it to something bigger. Start small. Who knows where you'll end up? I think that in college, Ella and I started just like shooting our shot with like random men. The thing is, this was like bottom of the barrel, so it didn't never even matter. But I feel like now, and maybe because it was like a big issue for me to like speak to, I don't know why I had like such an issue talking to men when I was younger. And now it's like whatever. You get to know them and you're like, actually you're all kind of disgusting, so like it's fine.
Yeah, I've exposure therapy
Too hard.
like too hard for sure. Because here's the thing. Yeah, it really. Well, it's just like one of those things where I think that you should really like find self-validation, right? But then
Yeah.
sometimes I do look fondly on some of my exes, and I was like, he fucking sucked, but he was hot. Like, and I would have never pulled that if I didn't shoot my shot, and also it's like, have you ever done something when you're shooting your shot and you're like, I can't believe I just said that, you're like, who's this crazy girl? And you're like, I didn't know if she was that confident, smooth, all that jazz.
The thing about the crazy delusions is that sometimes when you drink, they get 10 times worse. I remember I was at SantaCon. I only went to one, okay? This was right
One
after.
and done.
One and done after college. And I remember this man, I was talking to this man at the bar. And then my friends go, Renee, what are you doing? He's hot. Like, go make out with him. And I was like, he is? Because I was like, I was at the pause, no return at this point, okay? This man could have been the hottest man ever. I just could not have cared. And so I turned back around, I grabbed this man, and I started smooching. Who possessed her?
Who possessed her
that?
body? Who was that? And honestly, it gives you the confidence because, like, I'm being dead ass serious. I truly feel like the only reason I'm not dating a celebrity is because I've never met one I've wanted to date. And there's something about going through the world like that is good for it's just a lot of aura points,
Dead ass.
And then I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm so sad I never got to meet Robert Pattinson, but good for Suki Waterhouse. She is about as good as me, so I'm happy he found a good one. And then people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't know.
Like if he was your ex.
Yeah. I'm really happy for him.
Anyways, the key to instant good vibes is being delusional.
Hell yeah.
But like in the best way ever. Just like really root for yourself, you know? Who's gonna do that if not for yourself? Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what other people are doing. I think honestly the best thing about good vibes is that you're worried about yourself and your energy, about making it better. Truly. When you're focusing on your goddamn self and not on other people, making sure you're the best version of yourself, it really starts to show to others.
When I think about radical self-expression, I think do whatever makes you happy as long as it doesn't impede on other people, okay? Like do whatever the fuck you want. It's not hurting other people. Wear whatever you want. It's not hurting anybody else.
And if you have any other little to boost that aura, let us know.
Oh, my last aura booster. Dude, dance naked or dance in your underwear to some fire music. Get a couple mirrors.
Dance in general.
Just dance.
Yeah, go move your body to the music. I've gotten some feedback from people before, and they're like, just the way you dance is so interesting. Because I literally, like, I don't have a method. I just move my body to the music. Okay, I've been a raver for like over 10
She's
years.
the Tracy Anderson of raving.
I don't know what my body's doing. I just know it's moving. And because in the rave community, that's all you do is literally like you move your body to music and you don't think about it. I've conditioned myself to do that anywhere. And it could be one person on the street, headphones on, I'm vibing, I'm there, I'm feeling it. And there's something so beautiful about that.
Hell yeah, babes.
So go listen to some music and, you know, just feel like a sexy bitch that you are.
And honestly, you know, the last thing is like let people live. You know, if you see someone doing something kind of weird, kind of strange, think about what's up with your psychology that you think it's weird for them to live their own self.
I think anytime that happens, I go, I can get with it.
I know I literally don't see a lot where I think like, oh, what is she doing? I'm like, yes, girl.
I get it.
Times 2. Give it to me and double it. I love to see it, but I'm saying if other people look and judge, you should be judging yourself. Don't be so judgy. Okay, babes.
So love yourself, love others. It's the season of love.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for listening this week. While you're here, smash that like button. No. Send this to a friend, rate and review. It really helps us out a bunch. And you can find us on social media. Thanks, number 4, You're Concerned. I'm at LL Tudor.
I'm at Bernice Ideas M.
Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.